The monetization of Dungeons & Dragons is shocking. These kits cost a hell of a lot of money, and there are many ways to play it completely legally and free, and we're going to talk about that here. Don't forget, if you want to help support this channel, consider becoming a channel member, or join my Patreon for early access and uncensored content, as well as exclusive content on both. Let's talk about how to play Dungeons & Dragons for free. Dungeons & Dragons is built on a homebrew system, let's be honest. Some of the best content to ever come out is not from the company, it's from the user base. There's plenty of ways to access it. There's plenty of ways to play it for free, and there are plenty of ways to enjoy it. One of my favourite channels, Diversity in Dragons, tagged below, is a prime example of someone who is willing to just talk openly about the issues within Dungeons & Dragons, the issues with Wizards of the Coast, and many more. So let's talk about it. First things first, you need a rule set. You can download the basic rule set for free. It's available on the website, actually, and many other places. The rule set is completely public domain, and honestly, the basic document contains everything you need to know to get things started. It's not particularly difficult to understand, and there are plenty of YouTube tutorials that will help you through it if you really are struggling. It's easy. The basic rule set is available as a PDF. You can print it, put it on your phone, put it on your e-reader, do whatever you want, and it's there. It's firmly accessible and available everywhere. Now, once you get comfortable with it and know the rules, it's worth finding or creating a group, and you can do that pretty easily. There are plenty of people in your life, family, or friends, or even online. There are thousands of free online communities, be it Facebook groups, Reddit, Discord, and countless others that will give you access to Dungeons & Dragons for free. And it will give you access to groups, communities, and people that will help you learn. Now, character sheets and tools. There are free character sheets, both official and both completely accessible, that you can play without any problems. You can find these character sheets online. Fan-made ones are fantastic. There's some beautiful ones that you can actually even download, and pictures you can find online. You don't need much, and they're completely download for free, and print-free characters that are pre-built as well. There are plenty of digital tools, and if you want to avoid D&D Beyond, there are countless other resources, be it on websites. As much as I hate it, but Tumblr is surprisingly useful for this stuff. It's not difficult to do, and again, you can build your character or use pre-made characters. You can have as much fun with that as you want. Dice. Now, this is where you might have to spend money if you want physical dice. The polyhedron dice if you have them, but if not, you can purchase an inexpensive set from websites such as Amazon, Temu, Wish, and countless others. There's also plenty of places where you can get them free, and even people selling them in giant job lots online. But if you don't want to pay out for Dungeons & Dragons dice or tabletop dice, you can use digital dice. There are plenty of free online dice rollers. There are plenty of standalone apps and websites that will do it, including Google's own dice roller, which is fantastic, and we integrate that into our online games. Not difficult to use, and definitely an easy one to deal with. Free adventures and campaigns. Now, officially, Wizards of the Coast do sporadically offer free adventures. You can find them on sites all across the internet, and even sites like Drive4RPG and Master Guild. But there are many homebrew campaigns that put a lot of the official stuff to shame. There are so many resources available that you can find them anywhere. Basic one-shot adventures, long-standing ones where you'll be playing for weeks at a time. And honestly, they are great. And I mean that. There is some beautiful homebrew and fan-created stuff that really does put Wizards of the Coast to shame. Now, you can use Roll20. It's a popular free virtual tabletop that allows you to play online with friends. It includes assets and tools to run your game. But there are countless free ones, and even stuff that you can do that people have built themselves on varying servers. You don't need much to play. If you're playing online, a microphone and Google Rice Doll and the basic info will do you well. If you want to avoid giving this company money, you can do it yourself and not worry. Literally, I don't like giving Wizards of the Coast money at the best of times, so having all of these platforms available that are completely free and completely user-generated are fantastic. There are countless community resources you can also use. Forums, wikis, websites for additional resources, advice and tools. I mean, Giant in the Playground is a great starting point, and there's also YouTube and podcast. There are many free tutorials, actual play sessions, and advice YouTube channels on countless other platforms. You can find them on YouTube, Rumble, podcasts on Apple Podcasts and Amazon and so on. Even other websites that offer them. I'm using those as an example. So really, all you have to do is download the basic rule set, gather some friends or find a group online, use free character sheets and digital tools for character creation, utilizing physical or digital dice, download free adventures or create your own, and use virtual tabletops, or even just a webcam and Zoom to do what you want to do. Explore online communities, forums, and tutorials for additional advice. Now, I'm going to add to this. You can do this quite easily without using any tools or materials from Wizards of the Coast. There is a massive wealth of alternatives that you can do. There's also alternative games. Now, there's Pathfinder SRD, which is the first edition. While not entirely free, a lot of Pathfinder content is available online, and there's plenty of resources to do that. It's very similar to D&D. There's also an Open Legend. It's a versatile and free RPG system that encourages storytelling and creative play. There's also Basic Fantasy RPG, a free open source RPG similar to the early editions of D&D. You would be quite amazed where these tools are. There are also countless online tools that can manage your characters. Options include Dice Cloud, an online character sheet manager. And there are countless free adventures, and I mentioned this previously. Drive for RPG is a great resource, but there's also Dungeon Masters Guild and countless other resources that you can get. It's very easy to play this game without relying on Wizards of the Coast to give this company that genuinely hates you money, and it's really easy to do. It's easy, it's fun, and you can definitely have a lot of fun with it. Dungeons & Dragons is a great game, and any tabletop RPG outside of that is as well. Beautifully created, beautifully done, and you can avoid a company that genuinely hates its player base. So like I said at the beginning, feel free to like, subscribe, become a channel member, or join my Patreon for exclusives, uncensored content, and early access. I will talk to you guys later.